Hey Sparks, welcome back to Spark Plug TV. Welcome back to Spark Plug TV. My name is Chris and I do car reviews for literally everybody, not just car enthusiasts. Please, if you like this video, redundant, comment something nice down below. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video, which is whenever I can, because it's the summertime. There's a lot going on. But not so much so that I can't review a new Lexus. Johnson Lexus, with locations in Raleigh and Durham, is the highest selling luxury brand dealership in North Carolina and the surrounding states. So currently, I have got it in Sport Plus mode and in Sport mode on the transmission. Oh yeah. Listen to that 4-cylinder power up. Now, I mean, there's definitely a lot of help and a lot of oomph from the electric motor. There's really not that much added horsepower to the petrol engine with the electric motor. Because of the active dampers, it does actually have pretty impressive handling. I took this to a road rally last week and it did pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, I was pleasantly surprised. I just spat all over the steering wheel. I was pleasantly surprised at the way that it handled itself in that environment, because I was with like Audi R8s, I was with Supras, I was with Porsches, you know, Volkswagen GTIs, and this thing, and a Mazda MX-5, and this thing handled itself pretty decently well. I'm not gonna, there was even the outgoing GS F Sport with the V8 there. And, you know, it did also take me, here, I just downshifted. See, but like I don't understand these paddle shifters, and I don't understand this transmission. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why, if I can downshift, but then it will only let me downshift to 3, which, I mean, yeah, there's probably enough power. I probably don't need to downshift a second right now. Anyway, I am going almost 60, but it's like, when I'm accelerating exponentially, it does not let me, it just like redlines until you let off the gas. But isn't that what the paddle shifters are for? It doesn't make any sense. And then if you put it all the way up into 6th gear and then don't hit the accelerator for a while, it will go into EV mode. So while I have now figured, I think I just went off on some other tangent about the transmission, didn't I? I can't remember what I was talking about before this. But while I've had this, it has been a time trying to figure out how this transmission operates in like the manual mode. Because I can downshift into 1st right now. Okay, and then here I am accelerating. Okay, it's orange. But it's like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I could shift up just then, but why could I shift up just then but not before? The gear ratios don't make any sense to me. They're fine in automatic mode, like perfectly fine, does what it needs to do. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But here, okay, I will do my famous little corner that I've always done. It is wet, so I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I drove this pretty hard last weekend, and it's impressive. I gotta give it to Lexus. You know, for how slow this thing might be, it actually does live up to the handling name. The other thing I like about the Sport Plus mode is the fact that it was actually very helpful during the rally, because it will redline and it will, oh, I slipped a little. Oh, I'm still slipping. Oh my God. see if I can redline it. Yep, redlining. Okay, and then, oh, whoa! Jesus. Okay, I got away from myself a little bit, but, oh, now it's in EV mode because I'm in 6th gear. But the redline, you know, making the whole gauge cluster red actually was pretty helpful when it came to knowing when to kind of like back off the accelerator. See, second, nothing, it's not down. It's not doing anything. I don't get it. I don't understand it. If I'm up to 4,000 RPMs and I'm hitting the paddle shifter, am I dumb? I don't know. It's just wild. Besides that, I mean, this has got to be, I think the reason that this thing probably outsells everything is just how here, I'll turn it on to eco. So I've now got it in eco mode. My adrenaline is trying to back off. And now that I'm in eco mode, it's just so quiet. It's so quiet, and it feels like comparable to like Mercedes level cloud-like suspension and acceleration. If you're not, you know, dogging it like I just was, you know, it just kind of glides up. I mean, the thing about luxury cars, and Mercedes especially, is that, you know, because that's like a pretty hefty reference point that I have, is that they glide up in acceleration like a straight line that just doesn't really falter or hilter, and it just does it. And the same thing can be said about the ES. It just does it, you know, and there's no hiccups. The only thing, I guess, that's a little choppy, I mean, you can feel the engine kind of aggressively kind of shut off when it's getting out of EV mode or going back into EV mode. Tire spin. I hope you could hear that tire spin. You can feel when the engine shuts off or turns back on or whatever, but it's not a deal breaker, but you can feel it. And I think I understand why people go so slow in these hybrids now, because it's almost like they've gamified keeping it in EV mode. Like, I want to keep it in EV mode as long as I possibly can without turning on the engine, because I want to see like how long I can keep myself accelerated. Because even now with these new hybrids, it's not just for like 42 miles an hour and under. You know, if you're going 70 miles an hour and you're kind of at a downhill pace, you know, the hybrid system will turn on and it will actually shut off the engine if it thinks that the electric motor can offer the wheels enough power, which is a pretty cool feature. I mean, like, that's how hybrids should have been from the jump. Of course, the technology wasn't always there for that. Like I said, it definitely gamifies wanting to keep it in EV mode as long as you possibly can, and in doing so you have to accelerate really slowly and you have to drive really slowly, and I'm not used to that. I can't do that. All right, so now let's go ahead and test out the Lexus Safety System 2.5 Plus. So that includes the lane trace assist, the lane follow assist, adaptive cruise control. It has rear cross traffic alert, radar cruise active. Gonna turn it up to the speed limit. So the lane trace assist is there for just an assist. It's not like, what is it, level 2 driving? It's not level 1 autonomous driving. It's just there for basic assist, and it does really well. I mean, it does just how a system did from 2018. It does what it needs to do. The blind spot system is pretty good. So final thoughts, you know, you can definitely tell the difference between the normal mode and the Sport Plus mode, and just how well it handles itself around corners, you know, especially for something that's a mid-size, and it does pretty freaking well. You know, the transmission on its own, fine, right? It's a hybrid. It does fine for a hybrid. But when it comes to the manual mode, when you're retracting and extracting the rubber band or the chain or whatever's on there yourself, and you're trying to do it yourself, it just doesn't work. I mean, it works when you're up to speed and you need to like downshift, but like when you're trying to upshift, it doesn't do it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but it took me like an entire week to figure it out, and I still don't have it figured out. Again, handling, great. Acceleration, everything else, in terms of braking, general ride quality, really impressive. I mean, I can see, because not everybody's gonna be buying, people that buy Lexus don't buy Lexus to race them. Not everybody anyway. The majority of people buying Lexus are not racing these things. So it makes sense, right? Because of how quiet and supple and comfortable but it's just not for me. And that's fine. I've enjoyed having it, but it's just not for me. So anyways, thank you to Johnson Lexus of Raleigh for sponsoring today's video. Thank you to Lexus for lending me this car today. And yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, all the things. I'm currently at a Sam's Club because I'm gonna go get some cheap gas, and it's actually cheap to fill this thing up too. So I'm gonna be cheap about it because it's just me, and I am the only one supporting myself right now. So I just spin everywhere again. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey Sparks, thanks for watching today's video. Do you want more Sparkplug TV content? Then you can choose one of these 3 options. Right over here. The middle button is to subscribe to my channel, so please do that. Right over here. These 3. I can't see them in real life, but they're right here.